night. Thanks for joining in. This weekend we'll get ready, probably Saturday evening around between 7 and 8. We'll do another one, actually start building the bike. Some of the things we'll be doing, I guess I explain first, I'm not a professional by any means. I don't think I am. I just do what I like. I've been doing it for about 3 decades, a little over, building bikes. A lot of old guys out there that's been around a lot longer than me, and a lot of guys watching the video may know more than me. Definitely going to do what I like to do. If you have any comments, concerns, or anything that you think I should do to help me, please feel free to shout them out, and I'll take your advice for sure. Some of the things we're going to do to the bike, and Alexis is away this week to her boyfriend, so it's been a kind of a mellow week, I guess. Different not having her around. But this weekend we're going to start the build, and we'll have some sparks flying. The first goal of the build will be to extend the frame out probably 8 to 10 inches on the neck side. Basically what happens when you're sitting on the bike's too close. I want to move this whole section out here. Bike has to be level. There's a little tool that I use. It's really handy. It's made by King Canada. You can get them anywhere. Different companies. Basically, you turn it on. It gives you a digital angle. Drop it on the neck. Take a reading. And if you want to keep the same angle, you just move it ahead. Set that. Also use it on the rotor. It's a magnet. We use it to set the bike perfectly level. Get the bike all block level. So when I cut the neck off, I can level the neck to the rest of the bike. Will not be taking it off the rotor with this bike. It has drum brakes on the back, shaft drive, so we'll pick it off somewhere on the motor, on the crankshaft or something like that to get a true reading. Once we get the bike sitting where we want and blocked, then we'll chop and move the front out and then build to it. A lot of things to consider when you're doing this. Make sure you can weld. Bubble gum weld. Some guys know what it looks like. You want a good weld on there. You don't want to be driving down the road and the handlebars take off from you. I've seen it in the past. It's pretty nerve-wracking. If you want to break a bike, get a good welder. It's a good start. The other thing, once we get the front done, we'll build the gas tank. Gas tank will be something in this style. It'd be a long stretch tank, narrow, small. Want to build my own tank. We're going to use flat sheet metal, hammer it out with the air hammer, shape it, weld it together, pressure test it, fill it, paint it, prime it, all that good stuff. The colors for the bike will be basically purple. Epilepsy, if you're not sure by now, you should be able to figure it out. Everything's in purple color. We're going to do the bike in two-tone purple. Do a lot of symbols on the bike. That's medical symbols and neurology symbols and things like that airbrushed on it. We're going to paint the engine flat black, so I want to mix some flat black in with the purple. Also, the other thing, after we do the tank, fit the tank, then we got to fit the bars in the tank together because we don't want the bars hitting the tank. So we'll build a set of probably drag bars. I'm a drag racer, and I like the drag bar style look, not the big ape hangers. I'm driving down the road trying to wave at everybody. I want the drag look. So we'll build a set of drag bars. For the headlight, we're gonna cast a skull headlight. The eyes will be the headlights. I've done this in the previous on my skull bike build. This one's gonna be a little different. When Alexis went to neurology and took her test, they hook tremendous amount of, it looks like telephone wires coming off her head with this little brass grommet. So we're actually gonna machine them and make it on the skull with all the wires coming down. The wires come to a little box where all the wires plug in, and it goes to different nodes in her brain. So we'll use that probably for an air box cover. We're going to build a custom intake. We're on a 40 mil single carb instead of the 2 carbs that the original 750 Shadow runs. I just don't like them, they're trash. So we pulled them. We're going to build a nice single manifold carb. As much as I hate to say it, Devin Mansfield's something similar to a Harley Davidson. Other than that, we'll start building fenders. We'll do the headlights, extend the frame. What else do we got here? The wheelbase will be extended. Right now, it's when you talk wheelbase on a bike, it's from center to center to axle, 65 inches. So we'll add about 10 to 15 inches there, depending on the rake angle and the extension on the frame. So basically, I'll show you what I mean by the frame rake. So basically the way I've designed it, originally you would sit here on the bike, your seat would be here. We've actually lowered the seat to here, because I want that cool look. Knees up around your chin type thing. So basically when I'm sitting on the bike, the handlebars would hit the head now. If I were to bring the handlebars back, I'd have to sit like this. I don't want to sit like that, I want to sit more in the race position. So I'm going to move that front end apart so I can bring the bars back, so I'm going to make it cool, and then I'll wrap the tank down around and up the rear fender. The only decision I haven't come up with yet is whether we're going to do a suspension swing arm on the back or make a rear solid rigid frame. We'll talk that over, some guys helping, and decide on that thing. I've been in the, had my own shop for 8 to 10 years, built several bikes in this shop, done a lot of different things besides bikes. We're always building something here, but bikes is the love that we like to do. And I'm hoping that everybody on the website will tune in to make epilepsy aware. I have actually talking to some people today, and they still don't know what to do when someone has a seizure. Please read the post that my wife makes on the seizures. It only takes a second, and if you see somebody having a seizure, you'll know right away what it is, because you'll be familiarized with it. It can be very nerve-wracking. The last time that my daughter had a seizure, I actually threw up outside. It's very stressful when it's your own. Never think that we all deal with daily struggles of our own, and we all have different issues to deal with, but never think it's not going to happen to you, because it will. It's just a matter of time when. There's always something in someone's life that they struggle with daily. Ours is epilepsy. And of course, going to work every morning, getting up at 8 o'clock. Everybody hates that, but that's life. So after Saturday evening, we'll start chopping, moving things apart. Hopefully the videos will get more interesting as we work. We will do probably an hour to 2 hour live video, so you can tune in and watch and see what goes on. Please comment as I'm building the bike and say, why are you doing that? Why wouldn't you do it this way? I'm open to ideas. I know there's lots of friends I get out there that's taught me over the years that know way more than me. I'm hoping I'm new school and they're old school, because they're over the hill. But great bunch of guys that showed me a lot, and I really appreciate all their friendship and the training they give me. That's where it made me who I am today. A shout out to Freedom Cycle for sharing the last post. Great thing they did for me. Guys in the Freedom's great guys. I think they kind of unique, known them for a long while. And also I'll give a shout out to Sean's Non-Stock Customs. I've been watching his stuff. He's the man. There's a lot of guys out there that does bike stuff, but he's as closest to what I like. Love his work. He takes it out on the edge. Couldn't ask for a better guy. So hopefully we'll get some of these guys involved in this build as we prolong. I'm hoping to invite some people here from other places to help with different parts of it, so we can get this thing really booming off the thing. Last comment I'll make before we let you go tonight, please share it. The more people I get to aware of this stuff going on, I know right now we're in the beginning of it. I'm going to try to get 2 or 3 live feeds going at once, so you can get different angles of what's going on and different people that's working on the bike. I really, if you're into any mechanics at all, you'll find it interesting once we start. Hopefully I won't hit my finger and curse too bad and things like that, but the English wheel's fun, the air hammer's noisy, but it's fun to watch. We'll do some old sheet metal work with a block of wood. They call it stump hammering. We'll do some probably sandbag hammering, different things like that I've learned over the years that I do that I find unique compared to a lot of other places that's not really into the process of the way I do things. I do everything old school. I like it old school. I'm not a CNC guy. I use manual lathes, manual mills. I like building one-off parts, not mass producing. So we'll let you go tonight. I'll touch base with you all Saturday evening. Have to go get my daughter from Truro. And when I get back from Truro, hopefully Saturday evening around 7, 8 o'clock, I'll post the time in advance. And you guys can tune in and see what we're building. And like I said, we'll make lots of sparks, welders will be flying, grinders will be going, and hope you all enjoy it. Like I said, if there's any comments, any ideas, any suggestions, please post it. Anybody that's, we've actually had a member, I believe, from Australia. We're getting quite across the board there quite a bit. And anybody that has epilepsy experience that's outspoken like myself, please post up a video of yourself and saying you enjoy the video, anything. We'll take anything we can get. The more active the site is, the more people's going to be aware. We're contacted by Brigadoon, the camp that helped Alexis a lot. I'm hoping to work with them closely to get them involved in the build and maybe do some part of the bike to revolve around the camp. Also, the IWK, we'll be contacting them shortly. They've already been aware of the build, and once we get them involved, basically when the bike's done, we'll release it to the IWK. If you've never seen my first video, check it out. We'll release it to IWK. The deal is I will hang on the bike for a short time to promote epilepsy, so it'll be at shows and different things before I let them have the full take of it. Once they take the full take of it, they can do whatever they like with it. Whether they want to raise money, use it for advertising, as awareness, whatever. We'll let them make that call. But once the bike's done, I definitely want to show it off. And I'm hoping to get a lot of other dealers involved, other shops, to help me build it. So, sayonara, as they say, and we'll talk Saturday night. Thanks.